show's about to start. Season 3. Season 3 of I'm Talking. Can't wait for you to see October 6th. Airing every Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on YouTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing
Rashad Jenkins. Every Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Can't wait for you to...
Okay. Who is Rashad Jenkins? Well, I've seen his picture online. I've seen his talk show. Looking in his eyes, looking deep in his eyes, and see how he reacts to things. I can tell that he's been through a lot in his past. He's been abused, physically and verbally. But he's living past that. That happened before. He's going on with his life. That didn't really stop him, because he's a lot better now than he was before. I also know he told me that he learned that God brings people in your life for a reason, good or bad. And you learn a lesson from it. He also told me he doesn't trip on things people do or whatever, because he knows for a fact karma's a bitch. And it hits you 1,000 times worse if you've done something in the past. And he knows this for a fact because things have happened to him. I mean, you've done things in the past, and he's still paying for things today. And he heard stories about what happened to other people that he used to be associated with. They didn't really believe him when he said it. That he's not really tripping because karma's a bitch. But it wound up happening. And he heard stories. And then he really didn't give that any sorrow or anything, because that's true all the time. So that's what I know about Rashad Jenkins. He's a great individual. He's hilarious. He's optimistic. He's humble. He loves himself. And if nobody loves him, okay, fuck them. He still loves him. Rashad loves Rashad. If you don't, then fuck you. That's his attitude. Yeah, I've learned that on numerous occasions by being around him. I've learned a whole lot. I've learned that the hurt that he's been through, and he's actually shared some of this with me. Like, he got raped when he was 12 years old, but that doesn't faze him. Because he's like, it happened before. It happened to a lot of people. He's not stuck in it like other people are. He moved on with his life. But other people aren't, sadly. And because I've seen his talk show. Because he hadn't really talked to me about that. But I've seen his talk show, episode 1, season 1, called Crazy Encounters, when he talked about it. And he's also told me that helped a lot of people because they commented on it. And they even told him. And they were like, wow, you actually said it. People were really afraid to say that. And then he told me that somebody shared some personal things with him online about their situation like that. So, Rashad is understanding. He's trustworthy. He doesn't tell secrets. He believes in karma. He's a great person. He's really a good friend to have. I really enjoy all the time that I've been with him. Hanging out, drinking with him. He loves to drink. I think he's an alcoholic. He just drinks all the time. He loves to drink. He loves his liquor. He loves his Four Loko. That's what I know about Rashad Jenkins. So, I'm trying to find out who the fuck this Rashad Jenkins is. This Rashad Jenkins that be popping up out of nowhere and like... with this talk show on YouTube, with this mixtape out, who the fuck is Rashad Jenkins? Well, I know I can tell you who he is. Rashad Jenkins is this creative individual who's not scared of making a fool out of himself, who really not scared of anything but bugs and bridges. It's basically what he's scared of. He doesn't care about what people think about him. I mean, he does, but negative things that people say about him, he doesn't really give a fuck. He just laughs it off, and I'm trying to find out because like I criticize him and he just says thank you. And he just laughs like I didn't even insult him. I wonder why. I guess he's just killing me with kindness. Killing me with kindness or something. I don't know what it is. Obviously, he doesn't. If somebody makes fun of him or anything, that doesn't really bug him. I'm still trying to find that out. It's crazy. Because I felt stupid. I said something to him, and it's like it didn't really faze him. I was talking about his album, talking bad about his talk show, and it's like it didn't really faze him. He just said, thank you, I appreciate it. That's all he said. Well, that's what I know about him so far. And I know, like, this mixtape is actually good. And he's a humble person. And enjoy what he does. And just loves being in the spotlight if he can. So that's what I learned about Rashad Jenkins. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you what else I learned about him. He's a go-getter. He's about his money. He's about bettering himself. He doesn't let nobody bring him down. That's wow. Like, interesting. I want to be like him. I want to be like Rashad Jenkins. Like, even though he doesn't know what he wants. I mean, he knows what he wants in life, but career-wise, he's confused. Like, he wants to be this kind of person. Now he wants to be this. Like, he jumped from wanting to be an IT person to want to be a doctor, to want to be in the rap game, to want to be in a talk show host. What does he want to do? Well, at least he's making his money. So, can't really be mad at him about doing that. Like, yeah. Yep. So, but I do know, I heard that he's from Suitland, Maryland. That's what I heard. He talks about that a lot. Like, he really loves Suitland, Maryland for some odd reason. I guess that's because that's all he knows. Because that's where he grew up. So, that's something else that I found out about Rashad Jenkins. I'm learning a lot by looking at this talk show, by listening to his music, to see where he comes from, who he really is, what he's about. I love his talk show, even though, like, it's kind of funny. Sometimes it's hard to take him serious, because he's a jokester. He's funny. Yeah. But I do get him, like, get where he's coming from at certain times, like, but it's hard to, I guess he doesn't put it out there the right way or know how to put it out there the right way, but I kind of can guesstimate what he's talking about and stuff. Yeah, so that's what I know about Rashad Jenkins. What do you know about Rashad Jenkins? Well, nothing came to mind yet for you, so I'm sorry, let me continue telling you what I know about Rashad Jenkins. I know Rashad Jenkins was adopted. That doesn't really faze him either. Wow, that would really faze anybody, but that doesn't faze him that he's adopted. Well, he has his real mother in his life, but then has his real father. But that doesn't really faze him. That would faze anyone. I would think so. But it doesn't really faze him. Let's see, what else have I learned about him by looking at his talk show and just observing him? Like, he likes to walk fast because he likes to be skinny. He would like to be a stick figure white model. He would like to be a stick figure model from what I'm understanding. He likes to be small. He likes to be different from other people. He doesn't claim, well, of course he claims he's from Suitland, but as far as people in the area, he says that he's not like them. Like, his behavior, well, he kind of is, but he says he's not. He says other people, like, there's people that don't know what he want in life, that people are lazy, and people do too much around where he lives at. Like, he just wants to move somewhere where there's nice, kind-hearted people like him. But he's working on that. And I know him personally. I know Rashad Jenkins very personally, very well. Not just because I do research. I'm associated with him. Do you know how I'm associated with Rashad Jenkins? Well, first of all, I'm Rashad Jenkins. What I just told you was about me, about who I am. That's all, like, who I am. Yeah, I know. Did I trick you? No? Yes? Maybe? Well, I was just telling you a little story about who I am. Me, Rashad Jenkins. So, if you like this video, comment on it. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't. Let me know your views on this video. And let me know what you think, what you know 100% sure about Rashad Jenkins. Not just what people tell you, but what do you know? Because I can tell you, there's a lot of people who says things that aren't true about me. And they say it to other people and they believe them. They believe the other person. There are people who make fake profiles of me. And I've seen it. And someone brought it to my attention. And then I had to make a screenshot of it. Twice recently. And one time when I was a lot younger, when my dreads were this small. So, as far as I know, I'm a celebrity out there. Even though I'm technically not in Hollywood or whatever, I am still a celebrity because there's a lot about me. There's more stories that I can't even tell. I can tell, but it's going to take a lot. I just wanted to make this video. I was just bored. Just wanted to make this video. Just to tell you who Rashad Jenkins really is. And that's half of my story. Maybe I should write a book about Rashad Jenkins. Why don't I do that? That would be interesting. I should write a book and publish it and sell it in stores. Maybe I should do that. That sounds pretty good, don't you think? I'm already on YouTube doing a talk show. Already got a mixtape out, another mixtape on the way. So I might as well publish a book. Yeah, I might as well do that. That's something to think about. I will do that. I'll think about doing that. It's gonna take a while though, because there's a lot going on with me. So, good night, everyone. I will see you all later on. I gotta get some sleep because I have a big day tomorrow. And from what I hear, Rashad Jenkins is going to start to write a book about who he is and sell it and see where that gets him in life or where that gets him. Okay, good night, everyone. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think.